Of all the Gospels,
Mark wastes no time. There are no shepherds, no manger, no genealogy, just a voice crying out in the wilderness, and then Jesus stepping onto the stage of history. This is the gospel of the suffering servant, urgent, breathless, and deeply human.
John the Baptist
Stands waist-deep in the Jordan, calling the people to repentance. And then Jesus comes. As he rises from the water, the heavens tear open, the Spirit descends like a dove, and a voice thunders, "You are my beloved Son." From that moment, everything moves quickly. Jesus walks along the shore of Galilee and calls ordinary fishermen, Simon, Andrew, James, John, to follow him. And they do follow. What they witness is astonishing. Jesus heals the sick with a word, drives out demons with authority, and touches lepers that no one else would go near. Word spreads like wildfire. Crowds press in from every direction, desperate for healing, desperate for hope. Mark tells us again and again, immediately, as if the story itself cannot slow down.
Jesus teaches in parables,
Small stories that carry enormous truths. A sower scatters seed. A mustard seed becomes a great tree. And then, on the open sea, a storm threatens to swallow the boat. The disciples cry out in terror. Jesus stands and speaks to the wind. "Peace, be still." And everything goes quiet. Later, with just 5 loaves and 2 fish, he feeds 5,000, and there are baskets left over.
halfway through the Gospel,
Jesus asks the question that changes everything. "Who do you say that I am?" Peter answers boldly, "You are the Christ." But Jesus warns them, the road ahead leads not to a throne, but to a cross. Days later, on a high mountain, Peter, James, and John see Jesus transfigured in blinding light, standing alongside Moses and Elijah. Heaven itself bears witness. Jesus turns his face toward Jerusalem, and the tone shifts. He teaches that greatness is found in serving others. Whoever would be first among you must be slave of all. Along the road, a blind man named Bartimaeus cries out, "Son of David, have mercy on me." And Jesus stops. He always stops. Bartimaeus receives his sight and follows Jesus down the road. Jesus enters Jerusalem to shouts of Hosanna, but the praise will not last. He overturns the tables in the temple, challenging the powers that be. He shares a final meal with his disciples, breaking bread and pouring wine. "This is my body, this is my blood." In the Garden of Gethsemane, he prays in anguish. He is betrayed with a kiss, arrested, tried, mocked, and on a Roman cross, the suffering servant lays down his life.
3 days later,
Women come to the tomb at dawn, carrying spices for the dead. But the stone is rolled away. A young man in white tells them the words that would echo through the centuries. He is not here. He is risen. And Mark's gospel ends not with triumph, but with trembling and awe. Because some truths are too vast for words. They can only be lived.